Welcome in, guys, to the Cloud9 Academy broadcast. As usual, I'm Mad Magical, joined in by Cage in the Rage. But before we get into talking about the games that we have for today, as well as trivia, we have a quick announcement video that we want to throw over to.
Cloud9 would like to thank Andy Smoothie Ta for all his contributions as a member of our organization. Joining us in May 2016 from Team Liquid, Smoothie wasted little time in making his mark, helping Cloud9 to a third-place regular season finish in the 2016 Summer Split, while also holding the third-best KDA among supports. That success would carry into the playoffs, dispatching Team Envy in the semifinals, and then helping put together the upset over the 16-2 Immortals in the quarterfinals. Although the run would end with a second-place finish for the split, he had clearly announced his presence. At Worlds 2016, Smoothie showed he could quickly adapt to Cloud9's hallmark run as North America's last hope, as Cloud9 emerged from a group with SK Telecom, Flash Wolves, and IME with a 3-3 record, cementing a 5th to 8th place finish for the team. Spring Split 2017 would bring with it continued success, as his role helped Cloud9 come away with a 14-4 record, good for the number 2 seed, and his performance, good for making the All-Pro team. Cloud9 would come within one game of winning the split and would rediscover their winning ways at the 2017 North American Regional Finals, where they stood their ground against CLG and punched their ticket to Cloud9's 5th straight Worlds. The team secured another 5th to 8th place finish, and yet again, North America's best finish, coming within one game of the semifinals against Team WE. The memories are innumerable, and the spirit Smoothie brought with him is something we have been grateful to have for these past 2 years. We thank you, Smoothie, for everything you've helped Cloud9 accomplish. We wish you the best as your storied career continues, and we look forward to our paths crossing once again, even if it's on the other side of the rift. GG, Smoothie. GG.
I'm going to be sad without him being here anymore.
No, he was such a good contribution to trivia, especially.
Well, I really liked Smoothie as a person. He was a really nice guy.
A lot of fun.
Good luck to you, Smoothie, over at Echo Fox. We're going to be cheering you on. Even if you are on the other team, we will miss you greatly here at Cloud9. But we do have to talk about everyone who is still here at Cloud9, especially as we get ready for our games today. It's going to be Cloud9 Academy taking on, I believe, FlyQuest Academy, who we saw in Week 1, first broadcast that we had here for the Academy.
Oh, the memories. I remember that week. We came in, we did the broadcast, we had Shiro go on Riven, get that amazing 4-man stun. Good times. Very good times. And now we got to see if they can replicate that. They're still sitting at the top of the Academy scene at 11-1 currently. So they got to make sure that they keep going in. Only got a couple more weeks left until we get into the playoffs. So might as well finish strong when you can, especially now that they have Fang in the lineup. Yep, with Fang in the lineup, you do have to look at that dynamic changing entirely. Smoothie was more of the shot caller for the Cloud9 Academy, and now that you have Fang, you have to switch that role over to Golden Glue and Sven. So now that they are at the top of the helm, they got to figure out exactly what to do with this new team.
Well, so you got to see how Fang is going to add and contribute to the shot calling. If it is going to be, as you say, Golden Glue and Sven really taking over for the shot calling, or if maybe Fang will bring a lot. He was with the Echo Fox main roster for quite some time, taking over for Adrian. So even Echo Fox felt very confident in this player.
Yeah, this is a good player. He's got some good stats on him. He's top 5 in terms of KDAs. He's got a lot of kill participation. He's definitely doing work and plays a lot of these tank champions that are extrememely good in the current meta.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You always got to be able to kind of adapt to how the meta has shifted, because it's all over the place. And even though Fang has played the Fiddlesticks before, you really got to show that you can keep changing. I believe now we have Nami coming back into the meta a little bit. That was played a couple times last week, and really it's just going to be interesting to see how that will pair up with the rest of Cloud9, especially now that he's going to have to go alongside Keith, who's been going more for Morgana and also for Swain.
Yeah, he has been using these characters, but I feel like this is still a good team for Fang. If he takes on that Tahm Kench, that Braum, even the Alistar, I feel like can all work really well with the Swain and even the Morgana occasionally.
Exactly. And guys, we are going to have some trivia today, so we're going to be able to play that for free on our iOS devices. I'm actually going to pull out my phone now.
Get yours out, please,
get ready,
otherwise I got nothing.
Yeah, but I don't believe that's for another few minutes, so we'll have some more time. I just want to to give that heads up so that we can all get ready for that when it does come up, as we are going to talk a little bit more. I think the big thing that we should talk about, especially while we're talking about the teams, has to be Svenskaren versus Meteos, who I'd imagine is going to be playing for FlyQuest Academy.
Yep, this matchup has happened before in the LCS, which Meteos faced off against 3 of those players before. We saw Golden Glue, we saw Keith, and we saw Svenskaren formerly on Cloud9 proper. And when they faced off, Meteos was able to take away the early objectives and get those advantages rolling into a victory for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, so really, that could even mean that we see Meteos going for a lot of these early game champions. Gragas is something that's been coming up a lot. I mean, we might even see Rek'Sai, who knows, is now on 8.14, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
So it's going to be a little bit different, not too much. I mean, Vi was something in the jungle that got buffed recently, but I highly doubt we're going to see that.
Yeah, it's still unviable, but Rek'Sai I want to go back to for a second because her buffs, you can keep staring at me, I know what I said. Rek'Sai had a buff on her Q, her W, and her ultimate to increase the ratio, so if she builds into that AD, she has a little bit more kick into those early game strats.
And that's one thing that you do want to have when you do draft that Rek'Sai, is that early game kick. You need to make sure that you're going for this early pressure, especially with Kindred being so powerful right now. So many people wanting to go for Kindred and Nocturne, who want to scale up a little bit more. They want to kind of farm it out a little bit more. And you look over towards the LCK, they've been letting Nocturne go through a little bit more in their drafts. They haven't been drafting it quite as like must pick or ban anymore. It's kind of, I guess we can take it, but I'd rather get something a little bit stronger in the early game.
Yeah, there were a couple of nerfs midway through 8.13 that targeted Nocturne specifically. His early AD was reduced, and I believe his AD growth stat was also nerfed in that time. So because of that, he has less early impact and a little bit less scaling. So because he has not top tier anymore, he drops down to about A tier.
Yeah, so it could be something that really does shift everything. We know that Kindred is going to be pretty much a pick or ban. Going to see that either right away taken for Svenskaren, but that could be something that you use as knowledge from FlyQuest, where you're like, okay, we know Sven wants to play Kindred. Maybe we give that over. We then take Xin Zhao for ourselves, who's another champion who can scale up pretty well into the game.
And Meteos has shown that Xin Zhao in that game that I talked about previously, 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. He was able to use that Xin Zhao to great effect, making the early game super in 100 Thieves advantage, but then eventually pushing it to that victory.
Exactly. So we'll see how this all ends up going for everyone, especially with the scaling up that you want to see. Now, I want to talk really quickly about the top lane. So you have No over for FlyQuest going up against Shiro. And you already mentioned before the Riven, the 4-man stone that won the game last time they met up for FlyQuest and Cloud9. But we know that No has been playing a lot more of these carries kind of lately. Going for Jace, I think, was the most recent.
Yes, indeed. And he actually pulled a victory on that Jace, going 3, 5, and 12. So definitely getting a lot of teamwork in. I don't like his early laning on that, but if he decides to go that route, he could still pick the Gnar. Very popular right now. He'd still be very good on that. He's played it twice so far this split. He could go for those tanks, but I feel like against Shiro, that might be a death sentence.
It could be. And that's honestly where it's going to be kind of indicating on how the game will play out. I expect Gnar to be very heavily prioritized on FlyQuest, not necessarily for Cloud9. So might even see an early ban onto that. Make someone go for the Mundo in the top lane, have the Mundo, Poppy, Ornn going for a little bit more of the standard tank top lane.
Yeah, those standard tanks are extremely powerful right now, and I feel like Shiro has also shown he can play those tanks if need be, but he much prefers the carry style of Fiora, of Riven, even of the Singed, who could very well come out today.
Yeah, and the last lane that I really want to focus on before we get into the trivia really quickly is Golden Glue into Peckinwolf. Peckinwolf has been playing out of his mind in the mid lane, one of the highest KDA and kill participation for any mid laner in the academy scene.
Yeah, but the only person beating him right now is Golden Glue, who is currently in the scene, and Jensen when he played for Cloud9 Academy. So he's going against the #1 and #2. This should be a very dynamic matchup between the two.
Yeah, so I want to see how they're going to be able to kind of pair up. But guys, we are going to get ready for some Arena Trivia, the free-to-download app on your iOS device. So we're going to try to play, see if we can win some money, and also make sure that if you refer some friends, you can win additional money in this game. So should be really fun. Now let's see. Do we want to go with Magic or Magic the Gathering?
Oh, I can't say I know a lot about Magic the Gathering, but I do know a thing.
Magic the Gathering?
But you know what?
I heard
ultimately, I think
See,
Magic
I know
the Gathering
I know a lot about Magic the Gathering.
Do you? Okay, then
so
you should absolutely take it.
So I used to actually play quite a decent amount. I had a whole bunch of cards, and then I just I fell out of it. I was not having as much fun, so I gave a lot of the cards to my friends. I only have one deck now, and it's my Madness deck. Yeah. So, I mean, it makes sense, you know, magical madness.
You know, it's all adding up right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I know you better than I knew you
5 minutes ago.
Or 5 seconds ago.
Or 5 milliseconds ago.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 5 seconds
Okay,
ago.
5
No,
seconds.
No, see, now it's like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So you ruined it. Soiled it.
It's what, it's what I'm about. I had a sliver deck.
You did?
I did.
How'd that go?
Not great.
Yeah, they usually don't.
Not really competitive, but, you know, I played with my friends. It was middle school. It was a different time,
True.
guys.
Then again, the Madness deck wasn't really good either. It's all about discarding your own cards, so... It's like, oh, I discard a card. Ha! Psych! And then you play the cards.
Yeah, I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Production,
you.
not really feeling that one.
With the booze, I appreciate that. So... Guys, if you don't have an iOS device, you can play along in the chat, so that way we can all play. We're going to go Magic the Gathering.
Yes, we are.
So try to see if you can help us out win some money. We haven't won yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah, but I think we got it this time. We have yet to win as a casting duo or even as a team so far, but I feel like today is the day.
But see, we don't have the players this time around, so they can't miss the first question, hopefully.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Grayson. Golden Glue, doing your best.
Golden Glue, Blabber too.
Yep.
Blabber, if you're watching out there.
Which you should be.
All right, let's see. Let's see how we do, guys.
What do we got?
Exactly.
What are the questions?
I don't know. They haven't asked us yet. So.
They haven't, but I'm excited. I'm just anticipating the questions. And one of them is going to be about Harry Potter. That is my guess. That is my...
I don't... Oh, gee, with the whole tag Magic versus Magic the Gathering, one's going to be about Harry Potter.
What if one of them's about you?
How would they know about me?
Mad Magical?
I know, but I'm just saying, did they, like, go and, like, spy on me and my...
I mean, it's not like we have a public venue in which we expose ourselves to the general public, but, I mean, yes, I guess they could do that as well.
Oh, wait, we got to answer.
Yes, we do.
Trading card game.
Trading card game.
Yeah. There we go, we got it.
I want to mute that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot there's volume on there.
Yep. So there was a little bit of echo. Sorry about that stream.
Yeah. There we go. We get it.
Yes. Looking at this, I believe that is a total cash guzzler. No offense to Magic the Gathering.
I mean,
it does
not
take
wrong.
a lot of fun. Yeah,
like, that's not wrong.
I absolutely had friends that had competitive decks.
Oh, yeah, same. Like, they spent thousands of dollars on that game.
Literal thousands.
I appreciate the 7 people out there who actually answered it that way, too.
You fell for it.
No, they're not wrong. I mean, that should have been the right answer. I'm in agreement with them on this.
Yep.
So
but most people still in, so at least people knew that.
Exactly. So let's see. Oh, Prisoner of Azkaban. Yep, we got it.
Yep. I was alive when those books came out.
Same.
I feel good about that.
See, okay, so I have a wholesome story about that. Back in the day when I was a wee little lad, me and my family used to go up to the mountains.
Okay.
So we'd go up to, like, Big Bear and stuff, and whenever it was, like, you know, snowy and stuff, we'd go rent a cabin up there. And my mom would always bring the books, and she'd read it to us, because we were only, like, you know, 7, 8 years old, and she'd have me, my brother, my older brother, my younger sister, and she'd just read us the books, like, around a nice little fire while it's all snowing outside.
Yeah.
Wholesome story.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It was nice.
Family
I
bonding.
That. Exactly.
Always great. Especially when reading, because reading to your kids, very important.
Yep. All right, so there we go. We got
we
that.
Did. We're 2 for 2.
Yes, we are.
This is incredible.
Yep. So let's see how we do after this.
And I was right. A Harry Potter question.
Yes, you were not wrong.
Look at that. Look at that. Which champions protect against magic? Boy, I am going to be salty if I am wrong about that one.
See, the thing is, technically Gragas is too.
Yes.
Because he has a shard of true ice in his
That's true.
thing. So I'm like, technically, he's protected from magic too.
Yeah.
Malphite's not.
No, he's a rock.
Yeah, he's a rock.
He's a rock.
He's a living mountain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Gragas could actually be it, but I'm pretty sure it's
pretty sure Gallia was constructed.
Yeah, he was
to
constructed.
be an anti-magic. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people getting that wrong, surprisingly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Technically, Gragas is also right because he has the shard of true ice, so he's protected by it.
But even if you got it wrong, guys, you can still buy back lives. So just, you know, put in a couple dollars, and there you go, back in.
Exactly. So get back in this game, guys.
Especially Team Magic. You guys are falling behind.
Hey, this is the first time we've chosen the right group.
We are actually in the majority right now.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Also 3 for 3. Very unusual.
Again, we don't have the players here.
No, we don't.
So they're not trolling us this time.
So it's just us trolling ourselves. Let's see this fourth question so that we know.
Oh, God. I think it's this one.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
It's absolutely that one.
The only reason
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think Channing Tatum, and I only know this because of, what is that movie?
Magic Mike.
No. This is the end.
21 Jump Street?
No. This is the end because...
He talks about it there?
No, because I remember reading something. He's like, oh, yeah, Magic Mike's actor was in This Is the End because Seth Rogen emailed him about the part that he only showed up for like 5 seconds for, and he responded within like 10 minutes saying, yes, I'll do it. So that's the only reason I know. It's great. I'm just like...
Fantastic. And we are still in.
Yeah,
This is new ground for us. This is question 5. I don't think we've ever gotten that far.
Watch, we're going to get this one wrong.
Yeah, no, this is where it starts getting hard.
Exactly.
So the questions do pump up in Arena, so be ready if you choose to
that
download
last
the app.
one was kind of difficult, to be honest. Magical Church of...
What?
This one.
That's a you question. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure...
Is that a Artemis Fowl thing?
I don't know.
I have no idea what book that is.
I don't know. Just Crowley is something that's associated with, like, magic.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that's a real life
He also
thing.
has the most whimsical first name, Alistair? Alistair?
Alistair?
Alistair?
I think it's how you say it.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, I hope I'm right. I hope you're right. I hope.
Whoa!
Oh!
I'm good. I'm
We are
so good.
here.
I'm so good.
Man, no questions about bolts yet today. I'm
Not
very
yet.
happy about that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
And Bolt is like your ultimate
Yep,
enemy.
that is my kryptonite.
Next one's like Bolt.
Yep.
We're just
It's
like,
gonna ask about magical bolts. That's it.
can't get
over.
this. You can't get this.
Can't do it.
Get it. Get it. Quickly.
I think it's that. Like, it has to be that.
I don't know. This one seems funky enough where I'd almost assume.
I know that's an incredibly expensive
Fukujin.
card.
Shichifukujin?
The thing is, I know Black Lotus is an extremely rare card.
Is it?
Like, that's the only one I've heard of that's soups rare.
Cards and uncommon and mythic rare, but there are only 2 cards that are totally unique.
It's not Black Lotus.
Ha ha.
Now it's not the dragon.
I wanted to go with the dragon one just because of the name.
Magic cards today just coincidentally.
They still haven't said it yet, so I have no idea.
One is called 1996.
Oh! I would have been right! Ah! Anger! Anger!
Feels bad, man.
I am the anger.
Bad. Yeah.
I am the anger.
I
am the anger.
No, I.
Because that's what I would have said just because I love the name.
It's a cool name.
It's a cool
It's a
name.
really cool name. Only one exists. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy,
That must
actually.
cost upwards of $5,000.
Oh, I'm thinking more than that.
That feels bad. That feels real bad. It's Gangplank, but
It's Urgot.
is it Urgot?
No, I think
Gangplank.
no, it's Urgot. I think. I think Gangplank's parlay does magic damage. Wait, no,
it does physical.
no, that's what it used to be.
Yep, it's
it
different
used to
now.
be.
It's
That's
different.
right.
Things.
No, no.
Oh wait, no, he has magic. His ultimate does magic.
Oh yeah.
It is Urgot.
So it is Urgot.
Yep.
Okay.
Good call. All right. Yep.
I would be winning. Let's
your
just
sword?
note this. I would be winning right now.
Yep. It's Urgot. That's 2
We
questions in a row.
we
I got
found
wrong.
the weak link. We have found it. This is it.
It's not great, guys.
Not great at all.
Not great. If you're in chat,
Feels
be sure to flame
bad.
Cage and the Rage.
Man.
Yeah. It does feel bad.
Man, it does.
That is.
All right, let's see.
I think it's Hunger Games.
I think it
It's
is-
either Star Wars or Hunger Games.
I think
'cause
Star Wars
know-
has one.
Yeah. So I think it's Hunger Games.
I
Because
think
Harry
Hunger
Potter.
Game has one too.
Harry Potter has one.
Does it?
Yeah.
Then Star Wars. I don't know. That's actually a tricky one.
Yeah,
I'd go
I
with
don't-
Star Wars on this one because I don't think that they have a
They might not. Because
Yeah.
I may not have never ever seen one.
Right.
It's Hunger Games or Star Wars. If it's Harry Potter, I'd be mad. It's Hunger Games.
Oh, okay, you're
Look
right.
at me. See?
Okay,
now
so-
who's the weakling?
Hey, I would have gotten 7 right in a row. Let's keep that in mind. I've gotten
Would've
one
gotten
wrong.
One wrong.
One wrong.
Yeah, all it takes is one.
And then I would have bought back in because I would be upset because then I would have gotten it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
ain't that a thing?
Ain't that a thing?
Ain't that a thing?
All right.
Oh,
Let's see.
for goodness sakes.
Well,
It's
at the highest.
Sunfire.
Yeah, it's Sunfire at the highest.
Yeah.
Wah,
Oh wait,
wah.
the most magic
Yeah,
damage.
the most.
The highest level of Hextech Revolver is Hextech Gunblade. But the Bilgewater Cutlass also
I think
builds
they mean
into it.
the highest level like you can be.
If you're a level 18.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming it meant.
Yeah, Sunfire
So
Cave
then
is
it's
the only
Sunfire.
one of those.
Right. So it would be Sunfire.
Magic damage when fully upgraded is the Hextech Revolver.
Ah.
Oh. See, because that's weird, because technically the highest
Bilgewater
level,
Cutlass also builds into a
Yeah.
Hex Tech gun.
Right, they both do.
Or into a...
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, two League nerds talking about League. Welcome to the chat.
Whoa.
Welcome to Cloud9.
It's like
The
we're
stream.
going to be talking about competitive League of
We
Legends.
sure are.
That's weird.
Long time to come.
I know.
But for now.
My goodness.
Oh,
My
man.
goodness. All right.
All right, let's see what this final question is. I believe it's the final question, right?
I believe this
Yep.
is. Yeah.
10 out of 10. Fair price. That's a you question.
Let's go with the middle one.
Middle one?
Yeah.
Ancestral Recall?
See, the thing with Magic is if it's got the coolest looking name, that's what it is.
Time Twister isn't that cool. You're right.
No, it's not.
Ancestral Recall, that just sounds like... You know what? That reminds me a lot of Warcraft 3.
And it does.
Like, it's sort of...
Yep.
Like
Exactly.
a Tauren would have it, you know?
Exactly, so.
The most expensive one here is Time Walk.
Ooh.
Wow, I would have been wrong on that
Walking
one.
through time. Yeah. So now you're wrong for 2, I'm wrong for 2.
You were wrong for 3, technically. Yeah.
I like to think of it as 2. Let's just... If you round down, statute of limitations and all that.
All right, well, congratulations to 43 winners out there. Someone got 4
43?
times. Look at that.
Woo! $9 for free. And all you have to do is download the Arena app on your iOS device and play some trivia.
Yeah, and if you also refer friends, you can get up to 4 times money.
4 times.
Yeah, crazy.
4 times.
Crazy!
4.
We'll be playing some more of that later, guys, so if you want to join in for some trivia and win some money, we'll be doing that later in the day. But for now, we have finished that up, and now we got to get ready for our games, especially because today is our only game. We're not going to have the doubleheader like we did last week, so we're only going to be seeing the Cloud9 Academy versus the FlyQuest Academy. We already mentioned before, Svenskeren as well as Golden Glue going to be playing with the team, and Fang also coming in that trade over from Echo Fox. So it's going to be a really interesting thing to see how this kind of meshes in, because last week we saw Cloud9 Academy with Svenskeren, with Golden Glue, do very well. And now with Fang, I want to see how they're going to be able to adapt with that shot calling.
Yeah, adaptation's definitely the name of the game here. When you have this many changes over a little amount of time, especially considering we just learned about Fang about 2-3 days ago.
Exactly.
That is not a lot of time to adjust. At the same time, still have faith in this guy. He has played for the LCS, as we talked about just before Arena. He does have the skill, and he does have a pretty good champion pool that I think works very well in this environment.
Yeah, if we look actually at the stats, see if I can reach the...
Yep.
No!
We do have the
I can't!
table a little farther from us today. Very
far.
unfortunate.
So far. There we go.
Yeah, just got to lean in, get that.
That way we can kind of look at his champion pool, because it's
Oh,
actually...
good music choice, Mark.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting when you look at his champion pool too,
Yep.
because you have Shen, Braum, Nautilus, Alistar, Fiddlesticks, and that's when you finally get him playing his second champion again of Braum, and then Morgana Nami.
Yep.
So that is 7 unique champions that he has played in the LCS, and now coming here for the Academy seed. We have to see how he's going to really adapt with the new team. How is he really going to play around Keith especially?
Certainly going to be a different experience for him. When you're playing with Keith, you have to realize that it is about that laning phase and it's about synergy. So when you have that synergy, which they may have worked out already over the last couple days, just playing scrims, it may work out really well. At the same time, it's untested on the stage or on stream. So we need to see how he does on stream with Keith, and that will decide the match.
And then looking over for Keith, I mean, we kind of talked about it before. Morgana and Swain have been things that he's been playing a lot of lately in the Academy scene. So do we expect to see him going back onto these mages, or are the crit AD carries going to start coming back into the flavor? Are we going to see him try to go for something more like Jhin, more like Varus and Ashe?
See, I see him playing the Ashe because that is a very support-type character. It has a lot of wave clear, and it has a lot of options for him in lane just due to the range of the character. Now, when you ask about Kai'Sa, or if you ask about Varus, I feel like that's a little less likely. Varus could still show up just because there's the option of building AD on hit or AP. At the same time, he does find himself a lot more drawn towards these support-type characters.
True. And then over on the other side, Aerie has been playing a lot of the mages. Mordekaiser at the very beginning got 2 games in that, but he's been playing Heimerdinger, going for Morgana, then playing a little bit more Xayah and Rakan lately. So this is a very interesting champion pool over for Aerie.
Yeah, he has been playing the mages, and I feel like the mages are almost at that tipping point of, do we have the crit AD carries back, or do we have the mages? And I feel like if he wants to transfer into those AD carries, just back into the crit, he still has Xayah to fall back on. I think he could still play a Dynamite Varus if he needed to. he has all the options available to him, and he has been playing a lot of Kai'Sa in solo queue from what I've noticed.
Yeah, so that'll be real interesting to see how they kind of pair with that, because Kai'Sa has been something that has fallen a little bit to the wayside. When her AP variant got nerfed pretty hard, people kind of were like, okay, we're going to drop that for now. We have Stormrazor that's a little bit more powerful, Jhin kind of cropping up a little bit more, and then also the mages just shoving her out and making it very difficult for her to actually keep up. So I really do want to see if they kind of adapt to that. Do they go for if they go for the Kai'Sa again, or if they go for that Xayah Rakan, since Fang hasn't been playing very much Rakan.
Fang definitely has not. He actually has yet to play a single game of Rakan in the split. He's played against Rakan about 4 games in that split, and he's about 2-2 into that record. So while he does have the experience against it, I would very much like to see him playing that champion.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, though. We'll see how the draft is. Since Cloud9 will be on the blue side, they actually opted onto the blue side and FlyQuest Academy over onto the red side. So this is a little bit of change of pace. We're so used to seeing them on the red side where they ban away Aatrox, Nocturne, mostly Rakan. So they're going to have a completely different tool set that they can work with, plus having that first pick.
Yep, it's a different strategy when you come to blue side. You have one pick that you can get. You can get a Morgana, you can get an Aatrox, you could get, I don't know, something like a Nocturne or a Kindred, I think would be the most valuable pick for Cloud9 Academy right now.
This is something we talked about before as well, is with how Kindred has been so powerful. But we have to see how Meteos is going to be able to play around that, if it is a Kindred, or if they just want to ban it away and say, we don't even want to deal with a Kindred today.
I feel like Kindred still might be banned immediately because Cloud9 Academy feeling like that is not a priority.
But they don't want to go for it themselves. They clearly have ideas in mind, and I almost imagine that is going to be Gragas for Svenskeren, since he does like to go back onto that, has a lot of early game pressure with Gragas, great wave clear, plus the flash body slam really does help out, so he can play around Shiro and Golden Glue.
Yeah, it's a very comfort pick for him. He's played it, I believe, 3 games this split so far, and he's played it so many other times in the past few seasons that he knows this champion inside and out. If they can get that onto him, then Meteos has to answer something that he hasn't played against in a little while.
And Varus is the last ban coming in from Cloud9, so probably going to see Ari maybe go onto that Xayah Rakan, since Xayah and Rakan have been left open. But if Cloud9 Academy would kind of want to be sneaky about it, maybe they go ahead and take Rakan themselves.
They could very well do that. Again, Fang, not having played it yet, still a very good pick, very strong, and Swain will be the final ban. That's one of those ones I was thinking might be great for Keith, but now it's off the table.
But there's so much left open with that ban. Talia, Tom Kench still left open, Fiddlesticks as well, Rakan, Xayah. You have so many powerful picks that both teams can now draft by banning away Keith's Swain, that it's almost something that I don't know how I feel about FlyQuest banning it.
And there, as we were calling it, the Rakan being hovered, but Orianna actually being picked up for Golden Glue. This is actually a strike against Pekin Wolf, who has played a lot of Orianna in the past, but both of these players are very good at this champion.
And now, while I don't know if Keith can play the Orianna, there is that possibility it gets flexed into the bot lane. This is something we've been seeing in a couple other regions, most notably in the LPL, where they take the Orianna really early and then see if it's going to go against someone who is more like the crit, such as Xayah, and then you put that mage into the support.
It's a very safe pick in the sense that you can shield others, you can speed away, and you have the disengage and the shockwave. But at the same time, I feel like its damage output needs to be balanced with something good in the mid lane in order to make that pick work. As we say that, the Rakan has already been picked, so Quan feeling very confident on that, taking it away from Fang.
And this is something Quan has been playing a lot of, is these engage type supports, so not too surprised to see that Quan wanted to get it. Playing a lot of Shen over the course of the Academy series, so having Rakan pretty much the same kind of gameplay style where you really want to get into the face of your opponents and do a lot of damage.
And if you want to get into the face of someone, Tom Kench is going to be the pick to take them away. Now with that safety in Fang, definitely going to be a very powerful pick, and that allows Keith to pick something a little more creative. So Jhin, very good with a Tom Kench because of the protection against the immobility that Jhin normally provides.
Plus, when you're also paired up against the Rakan, Rakan doesn't do that much poke damage. Usually you see Tom Kench struggle into stuff that is more ranged, such as Nami, Fiddlesticks, Morgana. So it's a little bit of an easier bot lane for both Keith and Fang. And there is that Jhin locked in. Going to be the most likely the Hail of Blades Jhin that we've been seeing coming up a lot. So that's a very powerful bot lane that has been drafted by Cloud9.
It swept the North American scene by storm, both in Academy and LCS. We have seen it played, and I feel like it's a very powerful pick because it has that traditional AD carry type role on to people who have practiced it for so much. And Peckenwolf, no surprises there, taking the Zoe away, a very powerful mage that he's played several times. One thing I'd like to point out is that at the top of your screen, you can see patch 8.14. So this will be the new patch, and this is the first time these players are playing it competitively.
Yeah, first time they're playing it competitively. Have had a couple nerfs that happened mid-patch, and a couple buffs. You already mentioned the Nocturne. Aatrox got a little bit of a nerf as well, but still going to see more than likely 100% ban rate. Just too powerful, too much that he can take over the game. We actually saw it, I believe, earlier today. It was just the last game where it was paired up against Jax, but the problem with Aatrox is if he doesn't get ahead early, he does fall off, and then Jax will take over the game, but not going to have to worry about that in the Zoe. I do want to focus back onto that, because you can tell Cloud9 Academy knew that it was going to be Peckenwolf onto Zoe. This is something that he goes on all the time whenever he gets it, and Orianna does it very well into this matchup.
Yep, as we were talking about, her safety is one of the main laning components. She has great wave clear, she has the ability to roam, and she can deal with the Zoe in lane, which is extremely important when you're dealing with a burst assassin like Zoe.
So now, FlyQuest Academy taking away jungles from Svenskeren, both Greg's and Talia. So not going to allow some of the scaling up that Graves can provide, neither the roam potential of a Talia. It does kind of stick out to me. Like we said, we're expecting to see Svenskeren onto that Gragas. That's something that he does like to go on because he can make a lot more early game actions than he normally could on something, say, like a Sejuani or even a Graves. So I'm curious, maybe FlyQuest are trying to funnel him into that Gragas, force him onto something that goes for these early aggression plays.
That could very well be the case. Sejuani also available for him should he decide to play that. However, Meteos has played against that Sejuani and has beaten that Sejuani just this split, just 4 weeks ago. He was able to do that, and with that option in mind, I think Svenskeren is going to go with that Gragas.
Gragas going to be a nice early game tank that they need, as well as the initiation, probably going for a little bit of AP. And with the top lane not picked for No, I believe we did see this last time as well, where Shiro wanted to get the counter pick into No, try to really help this matchup up, because No has struggled, played a lot of tanks early into the season, only lately playing stuff that's more split push, such as Jace and Gnar, trying to take over the games a little bit more lately. So it's going to be interesting to see if No's going to try that against Shiro against a Poppy.
Well, Poppy does make it a lot harder to play a tank into. I feel like something with like a Rumble who can play without a dash is going to be extremely effective into Poppy, has that poke, and has that explosive mid-game team fight that is going to be crucial for FlyQuest Academy.
With that Rumble locked in as well, there's a significant lack of frontline coming in from FlyQuest Academy.
Yes,
sure, you have Trundle, you have Rakan, but then you have so much backline. Sure, it's a lot of damage, but someone gets picked up. If you get onto Ashe, if you get onto Zoe, you get onto Rumble, it's going to be really hard for FlyQuest to disengage any of these fights.
The one good thing that FlyQuest Academy has going for them is that Trundle, because once you have Trundle and you go against a Gragas who wants to just go in, get that disengaged barrel into the team, if you have a Trundle just getting rid of all the armor and MR that Gragas has built up over the game, then suddenly you have a tank and they have one less.
This is very true. This is very, very true. But the thing is, for me, when I look at this Gragas, I don't look at him as just being the tank. He wants to displace. That's what he wants to use his ult. And there's a lot of immobility on the side of FlyQuest Academy. Ashe, Zoe, who is deceptively mobile.
Yes.
She can just use her portal jump to kind of skip and hop around, but she can easily get pinpointed. You know where she's going to always jump back to. And same with Rumble. He has only a little bit of movement speed and has to use Flash if he wants to disengage. So this is where it's going to be on Sven, if he can find these picks on to these key mobile backliners of FlyQuest Academy.
Yeah, this is another game, as we were talking about last week, as we've been talking about the past few weeks, where it's proactive versus reactive gameplay. When you have a team like Rakan and Rumble and Ashe, you have to be on the front foot. You have to always be engaging and finding the picks yourself. Reacting is going to fall victim to something like a Gragas, something like a Poppy, that can just get into the back line and do a ton of damage.
Not to mention, you have the Shockwave on top of all that coming in from Golden Glue. He's been really loving Orianna lately, having just minor buffs, but enough where she's been coming up and resurging in how a lot of the mid laners have been getting nerf after nerf, so she seems even more powerful in the current meta. Pair that up with Gragas and Poppy, who have easy ways of getting into the backline. That Shockwave is pretty much just alley-oop at that point.
Even still, you have the Poppy, in addition to that, with the buff from about 3 patches ago, where she can snap cast the ultimate and actually have the enemies be targetable. Because of that, you can put the Ori with that, use the Shockwave and the Poppy ult at the same time and get a ton of damage and CC against the enemy team.
Yeah, the only thing that we really have to give FlyQuest Academy a lot of credit for is they do have really good initial engage.
Yes.
Rakan and Ashe. You get picked off by an arrow. This pick from FlyQuest can be very difficult for both Orianna and Jhin to dodge away from. They're going to rely so heavily on these frontline tanks of Cloud9 Academy to be there, and if they're ever not, if ever Keith or Golden Glue just step slightly out of position, that could be it.
As long as they're away from the Tahm Kench, they are extremely vulnerable. But since Tahm Kench exists in the game, you have, if you're FlyQuest Academy, you have to look at getting multi-member ults. Especially if you're Rakan, you have to be able to get the Tahm Kench and someone else. Otherwise, the fight is not going to go your way.
So I got to ask you, Sam, when we look at these two teams and their compositions, honestly, it is the pick against the team fight composition. So FlyQuest Academy having the pick,
yes,
and then Cloud9 having the team fight. Is it going to be about Cloud9 kind of holding out the fights for quite some time, waiting until they feel more powerful, or can they go for the early game with the Gragas?
They have the option to do both, and that's one of the really great parts about this draft is because of the Gragas, you have the ability to both engage and disengage early. When you have the ultimate and you have the body slam as well, you can go in, you can get out, and most importantly, you can get the Rakan separated from the rest of the team when it comes to those mid to late game team fights.
Very true, and that's where we have to kind of see if they're going to be able to get to that, because there are very difficult lanes for Cloud9 to deal with. When you have Ashe Rakan bot lane, they can easily shove in both Jhin and Tahm Kench. Zoe is very good at clearing out the wave, but it's going to be difficult into the Orianna. Only lane I really see favoring Cloud9. Then top lane, Rumble into Poppy. Rumble is very scary early game, especially into Poppy, who hasn't built up those resistances just yet.
Because he puts out so much damage early and he builds into penetration so early with the Haunting Guise as well as the Sorcerer's Shoes, he has the ability to do so much against Poppy. And if he has the focus from the Trundle and Meteos decides that top lane is the one to go to, he can get really far ahead towards that mid game.
Exactly, and that's the thing. We mentioned before, the matchup to watch, Svenskeren against Meteos.
Yes.
Both of these very, very capable junglers, very high caliber junglers here in the Academy scene. So it's going to be a lot on who gets that early game. Trundle usually isn't known for getting that many great ganks early into the game. Sure, he can get the pillar and get a couple flashes here and there, but this is Meteos we're talking about. And you already mentioned before, the Trundle into the Sejuani matchup heavily favored Meteos before.
Yes, and when he picks these aggressive style junglers, he had the Xin Zhao before, now that he has the Trundle, he is aware of how much presence the Gragas is going to have early. And because he knows about that, he also knows the weaknesses of it, where there are high cooldowns, there's a squishiness to Gragas, and he can abuse those types of weaknesses in order to get ahead should he decide to go to the same lane that he does.
Yeah, so this is where I want to see FlyQuest really using those winning lanes of Ashe and Rumble to try to help benefit Meteos going for maybe a possible invade on the Svenskeren, keep the Gragas pinned into the jungle.
Yep. If you have a Trundle, you have the ability to go in very early. You have the sustain that is going to be so important for the early game on that passive. If you're against a Gragas, you get those early wards in and Gragas can't use his early game advantage, then suddenly you have a matchup on your hands that is very favored towards FlyQuest Academy.
Yeah, but Sam, we're getting into our game. Cloud9 Academy, FlyQuest Academy. We'll see how both of them pair up. You got the top of the pack in Cloud9 Academy going right against the middle. FlyQuest, they're trying to see if they can break even. They want to go up from being at that perfect 50% win rate. But Cloud9, they want to make sure that they reign supreme in the Academy scene.
We haven't quite mentioned this, but FlyQuest is in a 4-way tie for 4th. Among other teams, they have Clutch Gaming, 100 Thieves, and I believe it's Optic?
Yes, I believe it's Optic as well.
So all those Academy teams are currently tied for 4th place. If any of those teams get an advantage this week, that will be putting them back up to as sole 4th, as 2 teams are currently tied for 2nd.
But right now, both teams just going for the line of scrimmage. Nobody wanting to go too far out until Fang makes me eat my own words, and he's like, no, I want to see if I can spot out Quan. Barely is able to see him.
I wonder if you can tell the difference between last week's team and this week's team, as Fang is going in. Eri getting a little bit of poke, but shouldn't mean that much, going into lane. I noticed that Ashe has taken lethal tempo. This has been something that is definitely taking up the world by storm across the scene. We have LPL taking this. We haven't seen it in the LCK quite yet, but even in Academy scene, I feel like this is still powerful. You have a lot of attack speed and the ability to ult in as Ashe.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is with Ashe. So get that extra attack speed, you can get more of your flurry of your arrows, so you can keep getting that little bit of extra damage and slow that you need to on these crucial members, such as Keith and Fang. You can tell that Aerie wants to, but right now, Keith doing a good job in taking over this lane as Meteos already looking for an early gank onto Shiro, trying to help out No as much as possible, especially this Rumble. Not spotted out, level 1 only. That's going to be the pillar to knock out the retreat from Shiro. Ward, we get to the flash out of Shiro, only a little bit of slow, but not going to want for any much more because they already got the flash out of Poppy.
And this is what we were talking about with top lane priority coming out of Meteos. If he can get No that far ahead that early, then that means the bullying is not going to stop. One thing I'd like to talk about also is because these top laners have both taken a teleport, that means there will be a slight nerf on 8.14, a 60-second nerf to both the full teleport and the canceled teleport. Both top laners still felt that this was the right option, but it means the early game is going to be a little slowed down.
Just a little bit slowed down, and if someone does have to get forcibly recalled, going to help out, but now Svenskeren and Meteos consistently fighting over the Scuttle Crabs. Sven was able to smite away the top side, and now going to be able to secure this bottom away from Meteos, though he has to wait for the smite. He doesn't want to go for the smite battle into Trundle until he has it, so he held off perfectly timed, and you already knew that Meteos was backing away.
Both of these junglers have so much experience against each other that they knew their own paths before it started. In the first 3 minutes of the game, Svenskeren and Meteos have been on the same side of the map, they've been at the same places, and because of that, Svenskeren got the better of him in the early.
The thing I like what Svenskeren did right there is he made sure to hold on to Meteos as much as possible, making sure that he forced him down towards the bottom side of the map so that there wasn't the potential for the repeat gank onto Shiro in the top lane.
Yep, and now that he is stuck on that bot side, Shiro has all the time in the world to just farm up and not get too far behind and go against No without fear of dying to the pillar without flash.
He almost got caught out by Quan. Quan gonna look for these engages as much as humanly possible, I'd imagine, on Rakan, especially into Jhin. Fang's gonna have to make sure to position perfectly every single time, just out of range of that grand entrance.
Yep, the Tahm Kench spacing very crucial here. I don't know if that's a technical term yet, but it should be. Especially when you're against Rakan, you have to be as far away as you can with still being in Devour range.
It's
Very
like
important.
going over the wall and how you can use Devour over certain walls if they're thin enough to get your AD carry or your squishy away from the fight. So it makes sense that Fang already knows how to really position with Tahm Kench. He's played quite a decent amount of Tahm Kench in the past. So playing a lot more of these tanks is kind of up his wheelhouse.
Yeah, when he was on tip and he was playing top lane, he would always play tanks. He still played things like the Maokai when that was big, and he still played other tanks. So when he plays a tank support, this is just him going back to his comfort.
And I believe that was back when actually you saw Tahm Kench top lane too.
Oh,
so
right.
I think he was during that meta, so he knows how to play his Tahm Kench.
He does. And now that he's in the bot lane with Keith, so far the lane's going pretty well for him, up about 4 CS, but Svenskeren moving towards the top lane.
Ben is looking for this gank, maybe a counter gank onto Meteos, because Meteos is going to spot him out and going to have a little bit of trade back and forth from No and Shiro. Get the in to the wall. Nice charge. No, it's very low, but the flash has been used. They're trying to see if they can burn him down with the red buff. Needed one more hit, but the shield was enough to keep No alive. He wasn't able to get the buckle damage to finish off that kill.
Scrap Shield, incredibly powerful ability, especially with the movement speed, was just enough to get out of range of Svenskeren, and the body slam still on too high of a cooldown to secure that kill.
And just barely out of range. The red buff was slowing down quite a decent amount. Now Golden Glue getting a good trade on Pekin in mid lane, forcing out some of these corrupting pot stacks. As I like what Peckinwolf did. Went for the first recall and get the boots, but also that Dark Seal, just to make that corrupting pot a little bit more effective.
It's also a bit of a flex move in the sense that if he gets a kill, he's going to get a lot more powerful. So that tells Golden Glue, hey, got to be on alert, got to watch those roams even harder than before, because Peckinwolf looks like he's going all in.
Keith and Fang were playing very aggressive into Quan and Aerie, making them feel like Sven might be already rotating down towards the bottom side of the map. Forcing out Aerie and Quan, even though you're only Jhin and Tahm Kench, is going to be a nice win for Cloud9.
Cloud9 definitely getting the better right now, and Peckinwolf is taking his second back of the game to get an Amp Tome, another Control Ward, and he has that Biscuit from Mastery. So right now, I feel like this is going all over this way.
Because right now, it's actually going to be Feng trying to do as best he can to tank up some of the damage. Shiro has shown up to this fight. Beautiful knock into the wall for first blood on Shiro. And look who's here. It's Feng getting the flash already out of Quan, and Airy has nowhere to run. The Scuttle Crab only going to do a little bit to say, you have nowhere out of here, buddy.
Well, when you're Ash and you don't have flash, feels bad, man. No cash for you. Now that Airy got the... Thank you, Mark. Now that he's dead, that will be 2 kills going over Cloud9 Academy. This early game going so well for them.
However, both of those kills were on to Shiro, on to Poppy. I would have loved to have seen those kills on to Keith instead. Try to get this gen as far ahead as humanly possible, but you can already tell that that is something they have in mind. They got a lot of damage onto this tier 1 in the bottom side of the map, and you can see that replay and how they're able to pinch off FlyQuest.
Airy had to flash so early in that he was just completely exposed to Svenskeren, who had already roamed down the map, knew Meteos was going to be there, and because of that, able to make the reactive play of Shiro teleporting.
Heckenwolf wanted to get that Sleepy Trouble bubble on to Golden Blue.
Whoa!
Shockwave comes out, already getting the flash out of Pekin. Gonna make it so that if Sven wants to go for a gank in mid, that's gonna be very difficult to dodge away for Zoe.
Yeah, it will, and Peckenwolf at 50% HP, healing up right now, but Fang in the area with Quan following shortly behind. This will be a 2v2.
So, because Quan saw him, you already saw that Pekin was backing out, didn't want to go for anything, only feigning a little bit of aggression by going for the Sleepy Trouble bubble, but really wasn't actually wanting to look for a fight.
No, not at all. But had he gone for that fight, No was also in the area, able to use that equalizer should the fight actually break out. I feel like that would have been great for FlyQuest Academy had they actually pulled the trigger on it.
Could have worked, but keep in mind Quan is only level 4. So even if they do go for that fight, they don't have the quickness for that great engage that Rakan is well known for, nor do they have Airy nearby for Crystal Arrow, because he's still only sitting on level 5 as well.
Yep, both of these under-leveled, unfortunately, and Keith, now that he's hit 6, has the curtain call ready and can engage if there's ever a counter to mid. So Quan has to be careful on these rotations and make sure that he actually is not known.
Sleepy Trouble Bubble does finally connect on to Golden Blue, but this time Peckenwolf wasn't in a position to use the Paddle Star to get that extra bit of damage on to Orianna. Feels bad a little bit for Zoe, but as now, Shiro getting ganked once again from Meteos, but this time has the flash back up. So even though Meteos is trying to help out No in this top lane, it really hasn't been that impactful in this matchup.
FlyQuest Academy smartly backing off of that turret. That will give up first turret blood, but will not give up 2 kills in addition. So in that sense, FlyQuest Academy not making the worst possible decision.
But at the same time, they're not getting anything across the map. Look topside. Meteos went for an invade into the jungle of Svenskeren, but they're not trying to get any damage onto this tier 1. So really, Cloud9 just gets so much more than FlyQuest.
And this is all off of Shiro getting 2 kills. Yes, he's down about 17 CS, but at the same time, his magic resist is so high that he can't actually be killed by No by himself. Now that he has the Merc Treads, he can also deal with the Pillar coming out of Meteos, and he's able to run a lot faster to engage.
Golden Glue dodging away from the Sleepy Trouble bubbles so many times. Very well done by Golden Glue.
Yes, indeed, Golden Glue keeping this lane in his advantage. Because of those 2 early backs, he's up 20 CS in the first 10 minutes of the game. That is absolutely insane.
Hero looking for a little bit of a fight into No, realized that he was overheat, so trying to see if he can get that equalizer out. Here comes Abyssal Voyage, looking to see if they can go for the dive onto No, but I think that's a little too ambitious, as Meteos has been taking the Rift Herald the whole time. But with Svenskeren nearby, they're going to be able to spot this out and stop Meteos. He's getting taken very low from this. Orianna should be showing up, and this almost might be the 1v1 for Svenskeren. Beautiful use of the ult, and look at the Deadly Flourish connecting, making it so that they can pick up the kill onto Meteos.
So that Abyssal Voyage had a multi-purpose. It was not only to do the gank, but it also puts pressure top, and it allows the Rift Herald to not be taken.
So you're all like calm and stuff. That was a great prediction from Svenskeren with that ult. I am still sure. Like... my mind is blown. Look at this replay and the prediction out of Svenskeren.
It's really wise, considering there was only one place Meteos could go. He was so low right here. He knew the flash was coming and did it preemptively, which is absolutely nuts, and very good on Keith to follow that up.
My mind is... that was insane.
That was crazy.
That was really... because how they changed Gragas' ult too does need a lot more of those calculated plays where you have to really predict where he's going to go, because it has a little bit more of a channel time. As before, it was an instantaneous pop, especially if they were right on top of you. So really just showing that experience the prestige out of Svenskeren when he's using this Gragas, as now Shiro has found Peckinwolf, going for a little bit poke here and there. And this Rift Herald plus that tier 1 in the top lane taken by Cloud9.
And this was all initiated by Fang's Abyssal Voyage, playing very well with this team right now, able to get a lot of pressure on the top side. They do lose a tier 1, but at the same time, you have to feel with a turret and a Rift Herald, that's going to be a lot more going up for Cloud9 Academy.
I almost expected them to pop the Rift Herald immediately out of Svenskeren as well, just to get that tier 2, but they were already able to force No into that top lane, get a bit of damage, and now rotate towards this tier 1 in mid so they can try to control this entire map of FlyQuest. This game is a stark difference from what we saw last time these two teams played, where it was a very messy early game from both of them, and it just was Cloud9 winning these team fights. Now, they have realized their mistakes, and they're looking to see if they can keep pressuring the map, but here comes the ult connecting onto nobody out of Airy. The tower should go down. Missed Shockwave out of Golden Glove is going to be a little bit detrimental towards any more further aggression, but they're able to get their objective, the tier 1 tower.
I think I heard West Rice talking about this. That's called a zoning ultimate.
Yes.
You don't necessarily need to hit anyone. All you need to do is just throw it out there. Yes, you're at a level 1 ult, and that's going to be a long cooldown, but gosh darn it, did you flex on the other team. Yes,
this is what I say every time I miss a Malphite ult. Yeah, every time.
Zoning ult.
It's just for zoning. Same with a Mumu.
Yeah.
Even if you don't hit a single person, I zone them perfectly. Didn't you see in that fight how much I did?
Yeah. Did you see how many zoning ults there were in that fight? Ash had a zoning ult. Keith actually had a zoning ult. Golden Blue had the super zoning ult. Svenskeren should have just thrown it in there, in all honesty.
Yeah, you might as well at that point.
Yeah, just absolutely. Like, you got the turret, you might as well just throw a few ults at him just to show it.
So then we'd also need to get the equalizer out of No. You have to use the quickness out of Quan.
Yep.
Meteos, I don't think he needs to use his ult because he has to get so close. It's not really zoning at that point.
Yep. The Keeper's Verdict.
Yeah.
Which could be very good out of Shiro.
You could use that, exactly. Get the minions out of there.
So, a lot of options. I feel like Cloud9 Academy played that sub-optimally in terms of flexing. But in terms of also actual playing, that was also...
Ooh, we'll talk about flexing right there. Double controller for the Pixel Bush.
That's twice the vision when you think about it. You need 2 eyes to see. Depth perception.
Well, depth perception, yes. But we're kind of looking at one angle, so we don't really need
But it's a river, so you have to worry about that depth.
It's like a puddle. Is it really a river?
I mean, Tom Kench is the River King.
Do you ever see any of them swim? Be real.
Yes.
Who?
Nami. She gets a
Is she in this game?
Nope. But you know what? She could have been.
She could have been, but she's not.
She could have been. Tom Kench, River King.
Going back into this game, focusing on things that actually matter as opposed to memes.
Everything matters. Everything we've said is important.
I mean, that's debatable.
Okay.
You've said some puns that I definitely don't agree with.
Nah.
Unviable.
Nah. I forgot it already.
Yeah, I didn't. I never forget. I'm like an elephant. I'm surprised there's not an elephant champion in this game. Just saying. Right now, just looking for a little bit of zoning out of Cloud9. They've taken all the tier 1, so at this moment, it does seem like they just kind of want to get the vision pushed into FlyQuest, control that jungle like you always want to do whenever you take the tier 1 in mid. That makes it very difficult for Meteos to do much. And look at Shiro playing so aggressively, forcing Meteos back, looking for that Keeper's Verdict to knock on to Meteos and pick him up. He's on a killing spree, and now they want to continue that pressure into No. They use the ult as Svenskeren, but not going to be able to follow up onto the kill. Instead, going to go and turn their attention onto all of the jungle creeps of FlyQuest.
Yep, very unfortunate for the side of FlyQuest Academy. That was just Shiro able to flex, move into the jungle, use his teammates because Keith was in the area, and get kills. So we go back to this play. Keith is in mid lane. He doesn't have to do anything except use that curtain call once Meteos is spotted out. So now that Meteos is spotted out, it's just a quick little combo here of Deadly Flourish and Keeper's Verdict.
See, and how they kind of changed it too, where they're no longer untargetable. When they get the instant knockup, you can still hit them. So that's why, even with the curtain call, kind of looking to see if he can pick off the low health Meteos. Before, they wouldn't be able to do anything. He's untargetable. But now, you can get that extra bit of damage and you can finish off the kill on the Meteos. And they're not done. Look at this pressure that they keep exerting onto the map. They're looking for Peck, and they already got the flash out of him. They even use the Shockwave just to make sure they can finalize Peckinwolf and say, we know that your KDA and your kill participation is really high, but not today.
Yeah, unfortunately, Keith did not get a piece of that, sitting at 4 assists and no kills. That's not ideal for the side of Cloud9 Academy. At the same time, being 5-0, that's sitting pretty.
I mean, he could have had the perfect kill participation at 100%, so it is a feels bad. Now Quan looking to see if they can make the play in return. That's the equalizer. Svenskeren taking very low. He's chunked pretty heavily. Has to use that stopwatch just to keep himself alive. Shiro just now showing up. He You can even see that Keith is zoned completely away from the team. He cannot show up to that fight to help out.
Yep, Keith was on the other side of the map. I don't know about that stopwatch. I feel like, yes, it did delay a little bit of time, but at the same time, that's the only stopwatch you're going to get. That's the only Zhonya's effect that you're likely going to get on Gragas as you build that into the tank item as Gargoyle Stoneplate.
Well, I mean, you can sell it and then rebuy one. Yeah, you can.
If it's perfect stopwatch, if it's perfect timing, then yes. Oh, he is building his Zhonya's. As I say that, looks like he will have that effect in a little bit. But for now, let's look at this replay. So as we look into this, Fang is already on the top side of the map. Svenskeren walking into a trap here. Quan very wisely finding this and reacting perfectly.
And so when you look at this play, you can tell one thing that Cloud9 should learn from that play. Do not fight in a choke point against FlyQuest Academy. They control so much of a little zone like that with Rakan and Rumble that it's going to be impossible for you to actually fight that well into those little slivers of land.
Not only that, it was a face check. Gragas didn't actually have vision there because of the control word coming out from FlyQuest Academy. When you're checking into a choke point, that is the unideal spot for Cloud9 Academy, and FlyQuest Academy have been looking for that all game, just finding it.
Cloud9 Academy need to make sure that they're controlling this vision, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're making the pings. This time around, they've already got Shiro on the top lane. They don't have to worry about that Baron. It doesn't spawn for another couple minutes, so they might as well try to see if they can knock down this tier 2. I don't believe they used that. Oh, no, they used the Rift Herald far earlier. So they only got that one turret off of it, and it's really a struggle for them to try to get onto these tier 2s because Zoe's pretty good at wave clearing. You even have Aerie who can throw out the volleys and make it that much more difficult. But if Becken goes like that with a portal jump, it's what really questionable.
Yeah, I have to wonder about that. He was all alone there against a Tom Kenshin being Gragas. There is not much you can do against that if they decide to go on you, which it seemed like an optimal choice. I don't know.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to clear out the wave, but honestly, you should see that there's 4 members and know that you can't make this play, and now it's allowing Cloud9 to look for the play with a double shockwave knockup. It's the keeper's verdict as well. Meteo's doing his best to see if the subjugate can keep him alive. Curtain Call going to chunk at the members of FlyQuest who are running so far away. Nobody dying outside of that first pick on Peckinwolf. It could be a little bit of that position from FlyQuest just to keep themselves alive.
FlyQuest Academy are always looking for that. They're always looking for the Aerie pick. They're always looking for the Rumble ult on top of a Rakan ult. But unfortunately, that just wasn't timed well. No made it a little late and also put it down just in the wrong angle for that to do enough damage.
That was feels bad, unfortunately, for the side of Cloud9, where they thought they could make the play. FlyQuest, even though it wasn't the best ult coming out of them, it kept them alive. It kept them so they didn't lose too much in that fight. But Peckinwolf still playing a little bit too far forward. He's got to be careful because Shiro is looking for these plays.
Right, but Quan is also in the area. He doesn't have the quickness yet, as that still is a level 8.
That chunk of damage onto Peckin, anytime he shows up even a little bit too far forward, the command attack from Golden Glue. Imagine had the shockwave been on top of it. That would have been a dead zone.
100%, and with Keith there, that was so much damage present that Zoe didn't even want to go in for that portal jump against a sleeping target. Now that Cloud9 Academy have the advantage, they are going to go for this Infernal Drake, which they use 2 teleports to get.
This is also into a choke point, so FlyQuest Academy could have made a play if they wanted to, if they can find a good engage onto Keith and onto Shiro. You mentioned before, Svenskeren is going for more of that AP-focused build, going for the Zhonyas, so he's not as great of a frontline as someone like Shiro and Fang are. They are reliant on having these 2 nearby if they want to look for a fight.
That makes him not as much of a target for Meteos, so once he goes in and tries to get that casket out, that will be all he can do. But Meteos, he's going to look for it. Gonna have to go to Shiro now. So if it's just Svenskeren alone, that means Meteos does not have a good target for the subjugate.
I also don't necessarily like Meteos' build. He went with a Tiamat after getting himself that Cinder Hulk, now having the Merc Treads as well. Honestly, it's great for the wave clear that you get when it comes to your own jungle, but the effective help that it gives for your team in these team fights is minimal.
It is. He's likely going to build that into a Titanic Hydra after getting his second item completed, and that's going to synergize well with Cinderhulk. However, as you said, wave clear great, team fight maybe not quite as much. He does have a little bit more tankiness, but at the same time, he needs more than that this stage.
Cloud9 Academy getting a lot of damage onto this tier 1. Could be a potential fight. Look at the TP in behind from Node. Turret's already gone. Shiro has not gotten anywhere near these turrets to actually help out. He doesn't have TP either.
Ultimates.
So now, FlyQuest want to make this play. They think that they have found out Fang, but look at Quan. He took a little bit too much damage from Keith. The crits do so much work. Here comes a curtain call with Meteos being the one nowhere near enough helping out in these fights for Cloud9. It only focused away Meteos.
That was really good disengage coming in from Cloud9 Academy, running away at the first sign of trouble, knowing that the jungle was unwarded at that time, and there could be so many people coming in. They were correct in that case.
However, this is really bad for FlyQuest. They should have had that engaged. The quickness was popped a little bit too early from Quan. Plus, when he went in, the command shockwave, command attack did so much damage that it actually was really detrimental. And now it's Sven looking for this play. Shiro is here this time around. They go for the flash knock into the wall onto Meteos to take away the jungler so they can turn their attention onto the Baron. Equalizer in the choke point. Quan got the knockup onto Fang, but now Quan's in the bad situation if Shiro's going to be able to finish him off. Shockwave didn't connect onto anybody. And now they found no. They got in it to the wall. Here comes the Keeper's Verdict, not connecting onto anybody. They're just trying to see if they can chip away at Shiro. We even had the Sleepy Juggle Bubble to help out and get the shutdown for no.
Meteos with his last dying breath put down that pillar, and that's what allowed the team to go in. No finding the perfect ultimate and getting 2 kills off of 1.
That's really bad coming in from Cloud9 Academy. They thought they had this play. They looked for the pick onto Meteos, but they had no way of escaping. Plus, they played into the choke points. This is something we have been harping on them the whole time, where FlyQuest are going to succeed.
Yes, those choke points are extremely deadly, and not only that, funneling all 5 members into a choke point is so brutal, and you can see it right here. Shiro on the front side left all alone, and unfortunately Golden Glue missing that ult entirely didn't help things at all. So FlyQuest Academy left untouched as they just rampaged across Shiro.
Plus, Keith really didn't get that much damage in that fight either. He was zoned away by No, who having that Leandra's,
Leandries.
That, wow, I want to say Lissandra. I want to say Lissandra. Like, wait, no, the Leandry's Torment?
No, that's fire. He does fire. Lissandra does ice.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, but going back to the point, the fact that there's the Leandry's Torment on No makes it very difficult for Keith to actually get that kill onto Rumble. He's not quite as squishy as you'd normally think coming in from this AP threat.
Yeah, FlyQuest Academy looking very ready to rumble right now as they do have Quan's ult once again. Yep. And Equalizer has just come off of cooldown. Meteos alive once again means this is a 5v5 where FlyQuest Academy have a 6k gold deficit. It's going to be a question whether or not that actually affects things in the mid-game.
Saw where a lot of that gold was. It actually is a lot on to Keith. Keith has so much gold, even though he doesn't have a single kill. He's doing a great job with maintaining the CS lead as well as having a high kill participation. So as long as they can utilize Keith to get a lot of this damage, with the crit starting to come in, he has the rapid fire already, the Storm Razors as well, building up the Vampiric Scepter just to get a little bit more health back in these team fights as well. It could go very well from Cloud9, but they got to make sure that they don't fight into these chokes and they can pick up someone like Petchton. But Quan goes in with the quickness. It doesn't actually help him out too much. Ari has to flash away almost instantaneously with the curtain call, doing a little bit of chip damage onto the tanks. But right now, No, doing a great job with that Zonia to delay the fight as much as humanly possible. But the crit out of Keith is absolutely absurd. Peckham jumps forward, does not connect the Paddle Star. Keith doing a great job at zoning away the members of FlyQuest so they can't go for the squishy and the low health targets on Cloud9 Academy.
Very rough right there. You saw Peckenwolf getting a lot of damage done to him in the beginning of that. He just popped over and immediately lost half his health bar. Quan had the right idea there. Unfortunately, the team of Cloud9 Academy was just a little too spread out to make that work. Otherwise, that was the perfect combo.
This is also the problem with Rakan itself. The fact that he is so squishy. He doesn't have any help. Look at his build right now. He has no completed items outside of having the boots and the sight stone.
Another problem with that was he went in with no allies nearby.
Oh, Shockwave onto Ari. That damage is not fair. Poor Ari, probably spamming the lag. Hey, guys, missing. What happened there? The question mark ping's coming out.
It's one of the most unfortunate things when Jhin has a rapid fire cannon and a Storm Razor and a BF sword. That is so much burst damage coming off of that first shot that it feels like you have no health if you're an AD carry.
Plus Golden Glue using the Shockwave just onto him to make sure that they took out Ashe, though. That's a lot of that engaged potential coming from FlyQuest that's gone, but they might be able to steal away this Baron, trying to do their best to delay, but you can tell that Cloud9 want to go for this before Meteos can show up. Smite secured by Svenskeren. FlyQuest cannot fight for V5.
Nope, extremely difficult with Equalizer still being on cooldown. Cloud9 Academy recognized that and immediately went for Baron after getting that pick. This is so far working out extremely well for them, and FlyQuest Academy finding that the gold deficit is actually a little too much right now.
Starting to just slowly but surely keep creeping in favor of Cloud9, where FlyQuest, they needed to make some sort of play soon. This was a pick comp that they drafted. They need to get these picks, but it hasn't been going too well. They've been relying on the team fights going wary for the side of Cloud9 into these choke points, but really, that's not how you want to be playing if you're FlyQuest.
No, it's not, but with all their ults up and Cloud9 Academy pushing in, this might be an opportunity for FlyQuest Academy if they can find the right ultimates and if they can get in with Quan without losing him immediately.
But you can tell that FlyQuest want to bait in Cloud9 into the jungle, because that's when they've been having the most success. So Sticky Bubble Trouble landed on 2 Golden Clue, but no one really wanted to go further except for Quan. He finally pulls the trigger, but look how squishy he is. This is the problem with Rakan. He can't do anything, and No is now the one who's in trouble. Got knocked up, shut down by Shiro, and the other members of FlyQuest off on the side. They know they cannot step into the curtain call because Keith is scary, and he's just going to be able to open up the face of FlyQuest.
And now that this is open, you have to feel like Cloud9 Academy are feeling really good right now. 10,000 gold lead as they push up towards that top lane where you see a bunch of minions about to crash into the turret.
Ido's doing the best he can to take away some of the minions, but like you said, with this massive minion wave, there's nothing that really can be done on FlyQuest, especially from the other members who are not in a position to take away this massive amount of minions, and 2 inhibitors taken down from one fight by Cloud9.
One thing you have to look out for if you're Rakan, and we've been talking about this so much, is he's so squishy that you need a dive buddy with you. Meteos was unable to join him in any of these engagements because he was so far back. If you had something like a Gragas, like a Sejuani who could go in with him, I feel like that's so much of an advantage for him.
You can tell that Quan is looking for that Zeke's convergence as well, but he's so far behind. He hasn't been able to make these plays. He's 2 levels down from Fang, 4 and 5 from the carries on Cloud9, but let's take a look at this play and really show just what happens when Rakan's this far behind.
Not only is he behind, again, no one's with him. He can't shield to anyone, and without that E, he just has no mobility. He goes all in, and that is it. He's like a Leona without the tankiness.
Exactly, and that's the problem. But FlyQuest wants to see if they can make the engage on Cloud9 right now. But again, Quan is blown up. The teleport completed by Shiro. He wants to get onto Peckinwolf, gets the charge into the wall, and continues this press on to Peckinwolf, taking away the Zoe as Meteos doing his best to try to draw some of the aggression away from his team members, but it's not enough. Abyssal Voyage going to be followed up on Airy with the charge, with the knockback coming in from Sven Skaren. Only one surviving is Noah as he's running back to the base, but Keith is keen to end the game already. Wants to jump up to 12-1 in the Academy, even opening up the curtain call to get the ace onto FlyQuest Academy. Cloud9 Academy are continuing to reign supreme here.
When we talked about victories, we talked about Cloud9 Academy having all sorts of tools. They have disengage, they have engage, they have reactive, they have proactive. They have all these options available to them, and when FlyQuest Academy had nothing but engage, they fell apart. Exactly,
and it's crazy when you look at that kind of team composition and difference between the two, where you want to make these picks early out of FlyQuest, but they never got the opportunity. No. Really, it was that Gragas paying dividends in the early game, really pressuring onto Meteos. And even though they had the good gank early from Meteos, never followed up after that.
Yeah, a 2-minute gank is always going to be a risk when you're a Trundle, because if you get behind, then your engage is going to be completely thrown off and you're not going to be able to do anything until well into the game.
Yeah, and I believe we actually get the players, they're coming in soon.
Oh, trying their best right now is an update on the laptop has been resolved. And as the players come in, I just want to talk about how great that early was coming in from them and how they were able to push their lead to a victory.
Yeah, and really, it was nice to see, especially when you look at those, like,
those are on right now.
Those are on.
Those are hot mics.
Woo. Oh, there we go. They're off now.
Alrighty, and the players are coming in.
Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in.
Hello, hello.
Congratulations, guys. I can't hear you yet until I get those on.
Yep. Keith's struggling just a little bit. It's not to Keith's liking.
Alright, whatever.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, there we go.
Hello.
I hear them now,
That's
guys.
all of them.
Congratulations on your win. 12-1 now in the Academy Series. So really, it was an interesting play. I mean, early on, we saw a little bit of aggression coming in from FlyQuest, but honestly, Sven, you took over that game and had some great ults on that Gragas. So, and there's a prediction. I wish we can see the highlight of that. I hope we get to see that eventually, where you had the prediction around the Rift Herald What did you knew obviously he was gonna flash that way.
Yeah, I mean, I even failed the ulti, like, just he flashed over it.
No, you hit it though. You hit it perfectly into the deadly flourish.
My comms were like, oh, nice, I can get this kill now. Nice.
I think I just reacted to the ult and then pressed my W.
No, you're supposed to say it was playing.
Oh, yeah. I threw my W out. I knew you were going to ult him that way, right? Yeah.
Yeah, see, there we go. Team synergy. Team synergy, guys. So, and then, actually, it was nice seeing you out there, Fang. This was your first game here for Cloud9. I mean, there was only one misstep I can think of, and that was the double control ward on the Pixel burst.
Oh, yeah. That was disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
Me too.
But it was really well done. The Tahm Kench, I have to look at that, and honestly, I'm surprised that FlyQuest let you guys get that Tahm Kench Jhin bot lane. So when you guys got that, were you just ecstatic?
Not really. We weren't actually planning to play that duo, but it was just whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, you haven't really been playing much Rakan that we have been seeing, at least in the LCS when you were on Echo Fox. So we didn't expect you to see the Rakan Xayah coming in from you. So what was... I don't want to go too much into strategies here, but honestly, when you're looking for how you want to play, do you want to play more of the babysitter, or do you want to be able to go for those engages?
I mean, like, it just depends on what teams need. Like, I can play like both styles. Yeah, no problem, I think.
That's good.
Yep.
And then first pick, Orianna for you, Golden Glue. So honestly, I think that I was shocked by that you guys went for the first pick on that and you banned away Kindred. I expected Sven to want to go for that, but was it the fact that you knew Zoe was going to be the pick for Peckinwolf?
Yeah, I mean, I played that matchup quite a bit, and I don't feel like there's any hard counters Orianna, so I felt pretty safe just first picking it on blue side.
Yeah, and then over for you, Sven, like I said, not going for Kindred, instead wanting the Gragas. Is that just more comfort?
I mean, this is whatever West want to do, so just follow whatever the coach want to do.
No choice. You should say, I want to play some Xin Zhao, you know? Get that Master Yi Taric composition back.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to play some Taric?
No.
No? I'm betting you're probably really glad that that's dead.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't think anyone liked that. And then finally Shiro going on to Poppy. Not going for the full carry, yet you still got the first 2 kills of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you were telling everyone to give you the kills, right?
Not really. They were like... I'm pretty sure Trono had flash too. He didn't flash for my E.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. He just died. So... they just died.
Poppy seems like a pretty good carry champion, in my opinion.
Triforce, bro.
Yeah.
Well, they buffed her ratios recently. You can go for the Black Cleaver build.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try it.
Into Rumble.
Yeah. Into Rumble.
Why not? Why not?
Definitely into Rumble. Only into Rumble.
Gonna get burned to death in my lane.
Exactly. So... honestly, with the composition you guys built, it was much more about the team fights. Looking over to FlyQuest, really, it was a weird kind of composition where it was much more about the picks that they needed to get, but they never really played around that. Instead, they wanted to play like it was a team fight composition. Do you think that's really why they failed?
I think their comp, well, you can say, but I just think their comp was pretty hard to execute because they needed like a wombo combo and a choke with Rumble and Rakan.
Yeah, and they also played like so many picks into Tahm Kench.
Yeah.
So this is like counter picked himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit odd coming in from them. So I think we were even saying that we were surprised by some of the picks. We knew the Zoe was coming in for sure because Peckinwolf has been playing so much of that. The Rumble was a little bit of a surprise with how they wanted to play. Like you said, had a lot of picks, but then they need the Rumble Rakan synergy with the Wombo combo in order to really get ahead. So it was strange at best, but still, a win's a win. So you guys get that. And now I want to go around because I think we do have to play some trivia today. We got to play some free trivia on the iOS devices that you guys should download at home for Arena. But before we do, I want to go around and see who everyone's going to give the MVP to. So, Fang, besides yourself, because this is your first time here, who do you give the MVP to?
I give to Keith.
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 All right, Keith.
Good stuff.
Well, shit, I'll give it to you back.
All right. Bot lane's energy.
What is this? You guys are trading MVPs?
Hey, you should trade with Sven then.
Follow for follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think
That's not do anything.
I think me and Sven Skaren are a really good package deal. So
How so? Can you elaborate?
Yeah. Well, I think we just have a lot of synergy as players, and I think it's really good when we play together.
Can you elaborate further? Like your thought process with each other, you know? Do you have telepathy with him?
You know, we do have a
like
lot. I would almost say we have telepathy. Because I say, give me blue, and then he goes to blue buff, and I say gank mid, and he comes mid. He always knows what I want.
That's some telepathy you have there.
So
I wish I could have that kind of level.
When you say gank bot?
No, I can't.
I don't show up there.
Okay. Yeah, I
don't have that level of communication.
Okay. We're like salt and pepper. So I give my MVP to Svenskaren.
Okay, there we go. All right, Sam.
All right. There were so many zoning ults, and I feel like that's a term that doesn't get used enough, coming out of the Orianna especially.
I like Poppy eating him out of my Orianna.
Bro, I don't even know how. Never mind.
Yeah, but for showing us what a true zoning ult is, I'm going to give it to Golden.
Nice.
All right, Jiro.
Probably give it to Dennis. He punished like the Trundle super hard for coming into my lane, so.
All right.
Nice.
Dennis.
Thank you, Shiro.
Yeah. Finally, Sven, are you doing the follow for follow?
Mm.
Because if you do that, then you're tied.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably give it to Golden because he just had a lot of pressure mid.
All right, so it's a tie then. We have a tie for MVP, Golden Glue, and Sven. Talk about that
that's some synergy right there.
There you
That's
go.
a combo deal right there.
Well,
ketchup and mustard.
What? You guys are hot dogs or what?
Yeah, you're the hot dog. Me and him are the I'm the ketchup and
who's the bun?
Fang's the bun.
Fang's the
what's
bun.
Shiro?
Shiro's the
He's the
relish.
guy eating. He's the guy eating the hot dog.
Okay. Like, who uses relish on hot dogs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Wait, that's pretty good.
He was at least a part of the team this time around.
Relish is
No,
good.
Kuma was a beast.
Yeah, it's not like last week where I was really wondering where he was. Or I was
I'm here,
questioning.
guys. I'm here.
Yeah. You're just playing Minecraft all day. That's what it was.
Yeah,
like.
You're
I
not
think
wrong.
Shiro played really well. Like, we played bot side, we got a lot off of it, and they played top side, they barely got anything.
Oh, he had a really good TP, that first TP bot lane, too.
Yeah.
That got you guys the
That was
first two
great.
kills.
Yeah.
That was really well played. So, congratulations to both Sven and Golden Glue. They're both going to be the MVPs for this week. And I believe we have a little bit of time, so we can watch the highlights. Yep. So let's watch the highlights from the game. And this is the play we were just talking about. That
And
TP.
Shiro.
Oh my god, TP advantage.
I almost want to return my MVP.
Yeah, he did have
candidate.
flash.
This is
Then
insane.
suddenly, Svenskaren at
Oh,
the
no.
I
draw.
mean, he's dead.
Did I miss my? No, it's over.
Ah.
FF.
Oh.
My ultimate.
Double kill for Poppy.
Thank God, my
it's a
pop
zoning
is
ult.
They don't have the
TP.
highlight when we got double scuttle at 3 minutes. Me and Dennis, the mid 2v2, we took all
was-
those
that was pretty
scuttles,
good.
bro.
That was actually
Trundle
really
was
cool.
actually hard punished.
Boom.
Here's the prediction.
Here's where I was like,
totally prediction.
holy shit.
But
He was like,
flashed?
nice, I can get the kill now.
Dennis, nice flash.
Yeah, you really deserved it, bro.
What do you mean?
Isn't that how it's supposed to go? It's like give the mid lane all the gold and the kills?
Yeah,
Final comp?
for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
Final comp's not dead.
Wow.
Boom. Oh.
I got arrows.
Oh, Shiro.
Yeah.
That's
I
bad,
know.
bro.
All right, wait, what was this play? Oh, wait.
This was
Ulted on.
Oh, yeah.
TKO.
Oh, yeah.
against Pekin. Right.
I was getting
Ooh, Fang, the aggression. I love it.
Oh, do you guys kill him?
Oh,
nice.
Shockwave.
Good job, team.
Shockwave.
So hard to hit his Zoe when his Debbie's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so fast. And that's after they nerfed the speed. It used to last longer.
Yeah, but then you guys got that kill, and then you almost threw.
Oh, I don't know if we
Oh,
should have
yeah.
done this one right here.
Ooh.
I was about to do some hindsight analysis in the game, like maybe we shouldn't walk into bushes when they're not showing. But I
And we have
refrained.
no vision.
That was the telepathy not working out
We
right.
had to wait a bit.
Yeah, they did catch mid and top.
Oh, wait, was this when Tekken goes for the...
This is just Pekin under tower.
The Pekin 1v9 play here.
yeah. Where he just jumps forward, and you guys are like, oh, I got
Oh
the
yeah,
kill.
Dennis just like, wait, look at this
1,000
guy. I'm looking. Oh,
And another
nice.
kill. Where, I don't know if you deserve that one again.
Dennis just sets him up for me.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
It's like an alley-oop. That was pretty nice right there.
Yeah, that
the
was a good
shockwave.
combo.
Not the zoning ults, though.
No.
I want more highlights of zoning ults.
Unfortunately,
How many
I don't
zoning
think
ults
we
did I have?
captured any.
think
of
only
them.
like
there were
two.
2 that I saw.
It wasn't quite a Blaze Olive.
Did you include the one at the end? That one included?
I think so.
I knocked him out
I'm
of it?
not sure. Okay, so this was Quan going a little farther. Not
Yeah, I mean they're
lineman.
desperate. They're down 7k at 20 minutes. They have to like try to force a numbers fight or something, but
Well, also they thought, oh, well, let's fight right now because Shiro doesn't have TP.
yeah, exactly.
But like they can't.
Wait, where's Rumble there? Was he behind us?
He was there.
No, he was
yeah.
there.
Oh.
He TP'd to the fight.
Huh.
This was a little scary. We like walked into that choke with Rumble. Like
Oh, yeah.
he
Dude,
sprayed
he
us right
died
here.
here.
I was like, oh shit. In a second. Right.
Rumble,
here, yeah.
That pillar.
Rumble ulti.
Right here. I was
Same.
like, oh, balls.
Blows.
Oh, wait, that
Oh,
hit
not
him.
got
That's
it.
not a
Oh,
zoning
hit
ult.
the
That
edge.
hit him.
Yep.
Just didn't pull him at all. Into
Didn't
the
pull
wall.
him or do enough
That's just
damage to
unlucky.
kill him.
Oh,
Oh.
my eyeballs!
Unlucky, guys. I'm lagging.
Lag, that's what it is.
Yep. Some hard lag going on there.
Wait, was
And
it?
for this one, this was a team fight that did not go.
Boom. Look at that.
Scattered
Oh, no,
Poppy
yeah,
damage.
Quan, just, yeah. Got bopped.
Huh.
Feels bad.
Oh
man.
god.
Keith?
Field goal. It's a field goal.
Yep.
Oh. You hit him.
Zoning ult again?
Nah, I don't think.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is where I think...
Oh, we just
Tom
ulted
Kench
on
Oh
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Ash getting popped.
Yep. Feels bad if you're Ash. Pekin always kept going in for these jumps
Ooh.
and just getting bopped.
Yeah. That's
Come
what
on.
feels really bad. When you're behind on Zoe, you try to poke somebody and they just poke you back.
That was hard engaging.
Plus, like, your abilities are skill shots. When you go in like that, you just get autoed by Jin for like half your health.
Same with Quan, too, though. He, like, goes in for the jump and just one auto, dead.
Yeah.
This is an unfortunate Quan anti-highlight reel.
Maybe you shouldn't go into 5 members as a Rakan with no items.
Very difficult.
Well, the problem is he's just not
we're
hitting
fighting
anyone.
here to get in the belly. Me and Keith are both spamming on Tom Kench. Like, no, I want the kills.
Okay, that was his zoning ult. Right
Hey,
there.
Poppy, eat him out.
I gave it to Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis actually got
That's what it was.
donated that kill.
He needed it. He didn't
needed
get
it,
one
It's
yet.
a donation.
Okay.
I'm trying to buff my KDA, bro. I'm KDA farming this game.
Look at my flank.
Yeah, you actually are. Look at that. 606. I didn't even notice that before.
Wow.
No, you tied with Keith, unfortunately.
Deathless carries.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
What is unfortunate? You're saying it's unfortunate being on the same level as me?
No, I'm saying
you're
it's
supposed to be-
unfortunate that we both didn't have even higher
Yeah,
KDAs.
exactly.
Turbo.
I had money on you winning, Keith. You
Really?
failed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, I lost the Tom Kench spam click war.
Yeah, I know. I actually, have,
That's what it
better,
was.
I
I
actually
won.
have better mechanics.
That's the conclusion here?
How fast can you click, bro? Not this fast, bro.
Yeah, that's League of Legends, huh?
Well, I think we saw that in Mario Party when you guys were playing. That
Yeah,
ace spam
I
game.
was like the best Mario Party besides Mango. So Keith was like 0 stars, 0
We don't talk
coins.
about that. That never happened.
See, that was the original Mario Party 2, the one where you have to like get the whole hand
Oh,
into
man.
it and
Mario
get the
Party
blisters
2.
and stuff.
That was not fun. Mario Party, the other one we played was way more fun. Like
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one.
Yeah, that one's a much better one.
Yeah.
I think 4 and 5 are like the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
no,
a
we played
4
Mario
guy
Party
myself.
1, and that was
That
like,
one's tragic.
I was surprised
brutal.
how that game got renewed for multiple titles.
I don't. Well, it's okay. You gotta imagine there's like
I-
nothing out back then.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so guys, we also gotta pick our mob. Are we snipers or like?
Snipers
League
and
of
LoL or
Legends snipers?
snipers IRL?
League
Yeah.
of Legends snipers.
Yeah,
I think snipers IRL are kind of cooler.
yeah.
like a Bradley Cooper kind of American sniper.
What is the sniper in LOL? Like Jin?
Like
Yeah, that-
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn,
Caitlyn,
Jen.
They have Tristana, but Tristana's got like
She's not
a machine
sniper.
gun. That's not a
Yeah,
Machine gun.
I'd say like
Basically.
Caitlyn, Jen,
machine cannon.
Ash.
Ash can be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with snipers IRL.
Good
Me too, me
choice.
too.
Yeah,
$100 prize pool. My God, we're gonna be rich boys.
Yep. This is it. This is the day.
this is it. I don't want to miss the first question or not
I
answer
hate
it.
Blabber,
Nintendo.
you won me this game.
I hate
want you to
Nintendo.
Hey,
press
look.
this A
Oh,
button
look,
right
I
now.
hate Nintendo.
Oh, video.
What time?
It's your counterpart, Dennis.
I love
Nintendo.
You lost the dice roll, actually. Or the
I actually lost
dice roll.
Good
Dice
times.
roll, dice roll. Blabber rolled me a freaking one. Me and Mango tied stars and coins, and Blabber rolled for me, and he rolled me a 1.
Oh,
Honestly, I'm not
That's
surprised.
why I'm playing with Svenskaren now.
okay, that's what it was.
Makes
it was
sense.
it was all because of that one roll.
He rolled me a 1.
Tragic.
What I'm
Svenskaren rolls
saying
me a 10.
is Mango for Academy.
And go for Academy.
He used to play League.
Yeah, he did a long time ago.
Sure did.
I used to play League too, but now I just play a Mumu support and people
What
say I'm
the
trolling.
wrong?
Ah, the tapping A.
Oh my god.
I actually beat Blabber. I beat Blabber.
You're so
Oh
right.
my god.
I know, dude. It's so hot in here. It's so hot.
It's always
See, now
so
we
hot
have the
here.
air conditioning though.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Before
better.
we didn't have that.
Yeah,
so-
we didn't have it that day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a struggle.
Not great.
yeah. I don't know if you saw the one cast after you guys played when we didn't have the air conditioning. We were just dripping with
Just
sweat.
puddles.
Yeah, that was not a good day.
Yeah.
Today's a good day.
Yeah.
We had the air. We won some games of League of Legends. Well, you guys won. I don't play League. At least not well. Yeah, it's tragic. But guys. So we still have like another minute and a half until we get some trivia started. So.
Oh, the
Whoa,
lighting.
Whoa, we got
Very
the-
red.
It's very
today.
sensual now.
We're setting the moon. The moon. Wow.
The
I can
moon.
speak
Yeah.
English. I am so
Like
good
in
at this.
Majora's Mask, you're setting the moon.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like clouds, so.
Yeah, I guess that works.
9 of them, really.
Yeah. Paul.
Is there 9?
1,
two,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if you count the one at the front?
That is the 9.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, that's the 9th?
Yeah.
Because there's this big fluffy one right behind us.
What happened to that Claw's face?
I was about to say, what?
I'm not sure.
One of them got killed.
More of a Picasso cloud now. I don't remember what name we had before.
I don't. No.
I think he killed him a few weeks ago. So
is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it.
Rip. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
So guys, how you doing?
I'm just so pumped. I'm so excited to play this arena trivia.
Arena trivia.
The ability to win money playing trivia on your phone.
iOS devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be fun.
I wonder if you get better results if you play on a tablet.
So wait, who had? Oh wait, we got to make Fang answer the first question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fang will know this.
Why me?
Why
you haven't played yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because you haven't played yet. Everyone else.
I like the willingness. Good spirit.
Yeah. See. So here, I'll give you the phone, so that way when it comes up, just don't do what Golden Glue did and don't answer the question.
Yeah, you don't have very much time.
Really yeah. So we are not actually synced up with that. We are synced up with the phone. So you got to be constantly watching the phone.
Just keep staring at the phone the whole time. Just put it up really close. It's the optimal play, I promise.
Yep.
Fang, you're gonna win us some money.
Yeah, of course.
I believe in you.
First here, this is our first step to Academy Worlds.
Not going 12-1 in the.
Nope. It's a winning at Arena Trivia. If you want to win at Academy Worlds, you need to download Arena Trivia.
You do.
I agree.
Start playing.
I agree.
Stop.
It's the only reason we're
From
winning.
the production crew. Get into it.
Great work, Gold.
Well played.
What? I'm just saying my mind.
Yeah, speaking the mind. That's what it is.
That's what we're
the
all
slow
thinking.
clap in the background.
Someone had to say it.
I still do like this little animation there.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be? Is it going to be the same girl or is it going to be the guy? Who's going to
We had the girl.
Who's going to be our host?
Earlier.
Oh,
yeah, we had
girl.
Yeah, we had her earlier.
Oh. I've forgotten her name, and I apologize for that.
I'm your host, Becca Scott, and
Becca Scott.
Becca Scott.
Becca Scott.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
A big congrats to Cloud9.
The Becca Scott.
Grayson's a good name.
Wow, so you just said congratulations to us. I feel special.
Because we did it.
We're on TV, guys.
We did
They're
it.
talking about us.
We start things off by choosing a mob.
Choose your mob. Choose your mob. Snipers.
We already
oh,
did. I
chose?
thought we already did.
Okay.
Yeah, well, choose again.
Yeah, we chose IRL.
Just to be.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
This is IRL snipers. Either way, you're going for that long distance.
What if I was an arena host?
I think you would do a pretty good job.
Can we get this to happen?
Yeah, can we get Keith?
Like, real talk?
I'd be down to try at least once, you know?
That'd be fun.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I feel like it'd be hard because you have to know the answers to the questions. So, like, you have to be super smart to be a
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these questions ever.
I'm pretty sure
the
that they
first
get
three
the
are
que- they're
easy.
given.
The last five, I'm done.
We got the first 5 earlier, and then he got the.
There was a
6
Magic
wrong.
the Gathering question I didn't know. I'm sorry, I didn't play it.
Then again, I didn't know. I just kind of liked the name of it, and it happened to be right. So.
Could have gotten the 2 after that.
Well, I got the second one after that.
Yep.
Yeah,
did.
so.
Code.
Sam failed us.
I did. Not great.
And you win, your money gets doubled even if you pick the losing mob. Second chances, third chances.
Yeah, multiple
we just
chances.
Want to reward you for being here and spending time with us. Okay, enough of that. Let's line up our first shot with question
All right.
1.
All right. Fang, are you watching?
Fang.
Fang. The phone.
Oh.
Is it too late
Did he
already?
miss?
What?
Oh,
It literally just came up, and then
Yeah.
I saw, looked at the phone, it's dead.
I told you, bro.
Aw.
Same thing happened to me.
Yeah.
You guys
Unlucky.
disappoint me.
It's
lost?
unfortunate,
What
but you,
happened?
Frank
Okay,
lost.
use it now, bro.
Buy back. Buy back.
Buy back.
Oh, how many rounds have we made through? Like, just like not dying to not answering.
All right, all right.
How many
I'll
answers?
give you another chance. I'll give you another chance.
All right,
Oh,
Fang.
you bought in?
Yeah.
All right, Fang.
All right, Fang, just look at the phone.
All right,
only.
Fang, don't look up.
Yeah.
Fang, only look
All
at
right,
the
we're
phone.
back in, guys. We're back
All
in
right.
it.
It's okay. It was a hard first
We were
question.
gonna miss that
We
question
were not gonna
anyway.
Yeah, we were just trolling.
There's
That's
no
all.
way
it was-
any
it
of
was
us
short.
knew
It was
that.
short.
Don't not look at the phone. Only
that's-
look at the
that-
phone.
that's
I told
the
you
great-
to stare at the whole
Don't
time.
That's the great thing about this trivia. You know, you can buy back in and you can just keep winning. That's a great
yeah.
thing.
It actually is really nice.
It's infinite
sure
money.
is. It's
You can't
great.
lose if you just
Pay
buy
to
back
win.
in and win.
Yeah, and plus, if you refer your friends, you can get up to 4 times the amount of money that you would normally earn.
Non-shooter.
Okay.
I don't even know this one.
Friend of
Second
Shooty
question.
Boy.
It's definitely
Look at
Spotter.
the phone. Answer it.
Spotter.
Yeah, I did.
Spotter.
Friend of
I like friend, it's definitely friend of Shooty Boy. If it's anything
Friend of
else, I
Shooty
will
Boy.
be surprised.
Binocular guy.
That's what they should
Friend
have
of Shooty
called.
Boy. Everyone knows that.
That's what they call it when you funnel. You know, you have your Kaiser and then you have the friend of the Shooty Boy.
Ah, that's true.
All right. So now
All right,
Keith.
Keith, look at your
Oh,
phone.
no.
You can't miss it. You
Don't
can't
stare
miss
away.
it, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't let Becca Scott leave your eyes.
Yeah, just stare
Yeah.
at her.
Oh my
Deep into
God.
her soul.
Looks like the IRL
What's the question, bro?
Very
Almost with headshot for maximum range. Pills over Peacemaker?
were you to go up against one another.
Yeah, built
Yeah.
up a peacemaker. That's her cue.
Yeah.
Which one of Caitlin's
Yes.
abilities combos with headshot for maximum?
Wait, what? Oh,
It would be ace in the hole.
It's
no,
actually
ace in the hole.
caliber.
Oh,
It's
no,
caliber
caliber.
net.
It's not
Because if you
caliber
hit
net,
it,
yeah,
then it gives you the
caliber
headshot,
That's
and then you.
true.
Oh wow.
What the hell? I play Kate. This.
I don't believe that.
Do
Did you
you?
fail it?
Hey,
Do you?
Don't lie to me. You play Swain and Morgana.
Buy back
That's
again,
true.
guys. Buy back.
Wait, did
Do
you
we
lose,
have any
Keith?
more?
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't understand what the question was saying. Actually, I was so
Oh my
confused.
God.
See, the thing is, it's kind of nerve-wracking when you get it, because, like, we can't discuss the question because it's not on the screen yet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Wah, wah.
Oh, Keith
Yeah,
lost.
we used our life.
Everyone got it wrong.
Well,
We used our life.
Fang got the
Yeah, I
Fang got it
right.
right.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it right.
It's just Keith couldn't do it.
I got it right too.
I don't like the wording of that question. It was
That was
confusing.
I
know what Caitlin E does.
Yeah,
Do
sure,
you?
man. Sure,
Yes.
man.
Did you guys
sure.
know that it used to scale off of AP as well?
Yeah, I know that.
course.
It's
Not
still
anymore.
does. Wait, really?
They took it off.
Oh.
And same with the
The
cupcake.
W used to scale with
Yeah,
AP.
it made me sad when they took those off because I used to
What
build
does it
for
scale
AP.
with now? The net?
Oh, nothing.
What? It's
Flat.
just base damage?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Abilities like that exist?
Hamburger Hill's my
Hamburger
vote.
Hill.
It's
I think that was
Which one
the
was it?
McDonald's sponsored one. Memory serves. It's Ronald McDonald with a rifle on a hill.
Huh.
Yeah. This is a
That
weird
sounds
movie.
like-
It was like a weird.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it was a Vietnam propaganda film.
Wow.
I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
I don't-
Between the Russian, Vasily,
I'm just speechless.
Boy, if I'm right, that's gonna be weird.
Specifically to eliminate him.
That would be really
That story
funny.
got the big screen
Terrible.
treatment in the film Enemy at the Gate.
Enemy at the gates.
Makes sense.
Almost.
14 people believed you.
Wow.
I would have gotten that wrong.
14 people voted for Hamburger Hill. I don't know who they have playing this game, honestly.
Real people.
So-
People are really trying to get this free money, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
sure are.
And if they refer their friends 4 times.
4x.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, come on, guys.
What?
Come on. One of you knows this.
Taiwan.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Yeah, I believe it's
Taiwan.
Taiwan
Yeah.
sounds right.
Wait, are you guys talking about like Taipei snipers? And wasn't that a
No, the
team?
Logitech G snipers.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that's.
Maybe it's the same team.
I think it's the same.
An actual
same.
team?
I think that it was just
Really?
Logitech sponsored them after a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds
Probably.
right.
It seems like they just didn't go the distance. Bummer. But while they were active, the team was based out of Taiwan.
Hey, what's good, bro?
Fang getting that?
You ain't going to Brazil, bro. We going to Taiwan.
Taiwan #1.
Yeah.
That is pretty baller, especially when they played 5 years ago.
Well, at least our mob is doing really well.
Very
35 to
impressive
10.
over here.
That feels
We're
good.
never gonna win this, actually.
No, we're
Still
never
doomed.
gonna win. We are
Not
doomed.
with that attitude.
Okay, next time we just gotta read an encyclopedia before.
Yeah.
You just buy back 9 times.
I think you can only buy back like once.
Oh.
Once or twice.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
I don't actually know this one.
I think
Okay.
it's
In Dynasty would be my
that would
guess.
be my guess too. Yeah.
What the hell?
I kind of like to imagine that the
Precision
Vikings had
range.
like
Vikings.
precision range. Like they just had axes that they threw
throw it
perfectly.
really hard.
But they're just so good at it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Precision.
So that's why I'd like to imagine it was the Vikings. I know it's not, but that would be funny as hell.
Pretty cool. And the civilization using these crossbow-carrying soldiers.
I know, it tires
You need
you
some
out to
Red Bull,
play
don't
so
you?
The
much.
road?
It was
the
the
heat.
Romans.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
Oof,
Oof.
Bonus
A
life.
lot of people missed that one. But they can always buy back.
They can.
That extra life.
They can.
Yeah.
But the fact that we lost like half our mob right there was
Yeah,
kind
not
of a big
quite.
goof.
Not good.
No.
Which is only 2 people. Hopefully some people come back in and join you. I mean, what happened to our dream team? I believed in you guys. Thought you were going to stick together.
I didn't believe in them.
I didn't
I believed in the IRL snipers.
Same,
Yeah.
same here.
We were the better one.
Yep.
Longest-
Soraka.
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 Wait. Oh.
Wait, the struggle actually.
This
Nah,
is
but it's
this is
Twitch.
now.
But
This
if
is
it means
very
auto
strangely
range.
worded.
Jinx,
See,
jinx,
this
jinx,
is troll.
jinx,
Jinx
Jinx
troll as
ultimate
hell.
range.
jinx.
Why not? It's Twitch, man.
It's
Wait,
Twitch.
are they
It's
doing
Twitch. I think they mean autos.
I think they
Auto
do
range.
too,
Do
but
they
that's
mean autos?
troll as hell.
That's a
Because it's like
weird word.
technically you
Yeah,
have
the-
global on
the
Jinx
wording's not
and
good.
global on Soraka, so that's super
It
troll.
was Jinx, guys.
It's probably Twitch.
It's probably Twitch.
It's probably
Well,
Jinx.
because
Well, technically, Soraka. Okay, so Jinx autos can go through walls, right? So you can have a longer range
I
than
was Twitch.
Soraka, because champions can't be like in the fountain, so you could ult through the fountain and be longer range.
yeah,
Ah.
true. But that was-
Wait, what did they say? The
It was
explanation?
Twitch.
It was Twitch.
Yeah.
Because it's all technically the auto range gets you it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's shoot for question 8. Which of these
Well, I mean, technically, if you think about it, with
historical
Soraka, you
Those
can do it too
confirmed.
because your autos are so slow.
I'm gonna go with the first
I
one.
have
It's-
over 300
Actually,
confirmed
I think
kills.
it's the third one.
I'm going with the first one. 'cause
Yeah, I
that
kinda
sounds
like the
a,
first one,
That's a
too.
scary name.
It's a very.
I'm gonna go with you
Russian
on
name,
that one. The last one, his last name's too similar to my last name, so I
Yeah.
don't want to believe that.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I have over 300 confirmed kills in guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla
Did you
warfare.
graduate top of your class at the Navy
Yeah.
SEALs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Nice meme.
Not the other gorilla, you know, the animal
Actual
guerrilla warfare.
gorillas, yeah.
Oh, it's the second one.
Oh, it's the second one.
Wow. Very hard questions.
Hey ha. Is that like the chicken from Moana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the chicken from Moana's name?
No, I just know it's something like that. I think it's hey ha.
Sure.
I just know it was like something weird.
In the LOL mob of snipers and 19 people, 12% of the IRL snipers.
Hey.
When you're in the
Well,
finish line,
still
Hey.
in 12x.
1v12.
Yep.
I'm just V20.
What the hell?
What?
Who's that?
I'm
Who
gonna
is
go with
that?
this
Is this
one.
even from League of Legends?
Is this League of Legends?
No, there's no way.
Samela.
Lord Kusho.
Yeah, that could just be the
Lord
lore.
Kusho.
That's what I'm going with too.
Kush.
I'm gonna go with that one too. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
The Golden Dragon, Lord Kusho.
It's a pretty sick name, honestly.
Let's Lord Kumo.
Lord
Kumo.
Kumo.
Hey!
Kush.
What's
Easy
this?
clap.
Wait, there's one person. Was it the snipers? Oh no, it wasn't.
How did everyone get that right?
What the hell?
In
What?
fact, one person bought in too, and they got it right.
Yeah.
Lord Kusho kills him with the smoke from his flames.
Question 10. What country first began equipping sharpshooters with magnifying
What the hell?
I believe it was Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yep.
Turkey or Germany?
Why not?
Historical
Yeah.
note,
I'm
these
hungry.
original snipers were so
You.
good at their
Right.
jobs
On a
that their
turkey
enemies
burger right
couldn't
now.
figure out what was
Nice.
happening
We could have won this one,
until
actually.
they took enemy
Yeah,
trenches
it was
winnable.
so too.
down the
Turkey
bodies
Burger
of
Hill.
the upgraded
Got it.
rifles.
Turkey burger. See, that's what got me on the burgers in the first place, and then it was I can't eat beef anymore, so turkey sounded really
Germany.
Nice.
You're right.
Oh my
Hey, look at that guy! See the 4 times.
So that guy got 30
Petty Pepe.
buccarinos.
The Smurf.
We could have gotten $30 in this.
Petty Pepe.
Good job, Dennis.
Wait, if we actually won, who would get the money?
What
Yeah.
a nice avatar
Me.
picture, too.
If we actually won, who
That's
would get the money?
Paul
We
Blart-
all split it?
Paul Blart-
You
Paul
get it.
Why did I get it?
I don't know.
Is he the
Okay.
best?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Not petty paper.
Or no, should the MVPs get it? They split it because they're the 2
Yeah.
MVPs, so that's what it would be.
I get $50, yeah.
Yeah.
We split it.
I think we
Oh,
should
we split it, yeah.
all give it to
You can
Dennis.
get it on
Alright.
Starbucks.
Dennis is treating us for Starbucks tomorrow.
All right, that's what it is. Okay, cool.
Then you can get in on one of
All right,
our
we won.
other games. There's
So we didn't
only
win.
one of
We
those
won.
at
Have we
8
won?
Pacific.
Our
We
mom
won
did.
because I had so much fun playing.
Yeah.
I did
Oh.
too.
We all did.
I think we all enjoyed playing that. So it was a lot of fun
Yeah.
playing some arena trivia,
Always
which you
good.
can download on your iOS device, guys, for free, so you can play some trivia and win money.
Don't let me out.
It's
So
free,
a lot of
guys.
fun. And you can refer your friends and get up to 4 times money, so it's always good.
It's 2 and 2. 4.
2 plus 2
4.
is 4, minus
Yeah.
1 is 3. Quick
Quick
math.
maths.
Old names. Okay, anyways. Guys, thank you for joining us for some arena, and congratulations on your victory. We look forward to tomorrow, but for now, we're going to say goodbye and good night here at the Cloud9 broadcast, and we'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Yeah,
Thanks for
bye.
watching.